Hi, thanks for joining me today. I'd like to welcome you to our Introduction to Ayurveda course. This course is an introduction to Ayurveda. Ayurveda is the sister science to yoga and uses the things that we eat and the activities that we do to help to bring the body into balance. The Ayurveda is a lifestyle science, which means that it's heavily focused on the foods we eat, the patterns and routines that we have, and the way that we care for the container. In Ayurveda, we look to Samkhya philosophy for a foundational philosophy as to how we are manifest into reality. Ayurveda looks at the tattvas, or the parts of the whole, to explain how we are manifest through Prakriti into the elements, and how the elements make up the tridoshic system, how this tridoshic system impacts our experience as we move through rajas and tamas, and how we can use the foods that we eat, our daily practices or danyacharya, in addition to our spiritual pursuit to stay balanced and within homeostasis. In Ayurveda, we look at disease originating from the mind. All disease originates from the mind, from the Ayurvedic perspective. And this dis-ease or incongruency in our cognitive awareness precipitates dis-ease into the physical tissues of the body. There are several different theories out there around how this actually happens. In fact, Dr. Peter Levine and Dr. Richard Miller talk a lot about the ways that we hold trauma in our body. And Ayurveda really does look at it from the mind down. And this would explain how we hold trauma in our body. And we'll attempt to look at this through the lens of the chakra bodies and how the chakra bodies connect and tie into the nervous system and its peripheral nervous system functions, as well as the central nervous system functions. Throughout this course, you'll learn some helpful tips and tricks to integrate Ayurveda into your daily life. Please note that in order to be an Ayurvedic practitioner or to have true expertise in the field of Ayurveda, you really do need to attend a full Ayurvedic practitioner course. Usually these are several years and they are regulated by the Ayurvedic institution. Dr. Ladd is one of the forefathers in the Ayurvedic world, and he currently still teaches at the Ayurvedic institution. Dr. Ladd has written many books on Ayurveda, and if you're interested in learning more or you want to go beyond the scope of this course, I highly recommend you looking into some of his work. He is considered an authority in Ayurveda. In Ayurveda, we seek balance through both internal and external factors. The guna play a very significant role in Ayurveda, so we'll be referring to them frequently. You might have been introduced to the guna in your previous trainings, rajas, tamas, and sattva. Tamas is that potential energy, or the non-doing. Rajas is energy, kinetic, in action, or the doing, the turning, the cycles of nature. Sattva is balance. Purusha, pure awareness, is always in balance. Our body, our physical experience, and the world around us are always in and out of balance. We fluctuate between the gunas, and this is normal. When we can learn how the gunas affect different doshas, we can begin to create balance by increasing places that we're deficient and reducing places of excess. We hope that you'll find this course helpful. Remember, this is an introduction course, and if you are a yoga teacher or a yoga therapist, both Yoga Alliance and the International Association of Yoga Therapy have very strict guidelines as to how we can use Ayurveda with our clients and students. This course is meant to give you some knowledge to integrate these concepts into your personal practice. It is not meant to give you tools to use these concepts and techniques with clients or students. Of course, you can educate your clients and students around the principles found within Ayurveda and encourage them to explore and go on a process of inquiry with their own experience and Ayurveda. But it's important to note that a yoga teacher and a yoga therapist are not at liberty to prescribe any of these treatments or practices to their students. Unless you are a nutritionist or nutrition coach, it's strongly suggested that you stay away from any nutritional recommendations, as this is outside of the scope of work of a yoga teacher. Ultimately, we want this course to be informative and to help you to grow in your understanding and awareness of yogic philosophy and its application in practical day-to-day tasks. We highly encourage you to seek out additional training through the Ayurvedic Institute or Dr. Ladd if you are interested in deepening your knowledge of Ayurveda and becoming an Ayurvedic practitioner.